What a beautiful little spot. So, to pay homage to the spot, I must sit down in it. It's, they have the same taste in stone as I do, unless I've scared someone off. Wow, is that metal? That looks like some severe... That can't be metal. It's got to be something else. Wow. What the fuck is that? Okay, well, whatever it is, it's staying there. Yeah, definitely the farther you go, the more curious the interactions become. I suppose I'll pay homage to this spot. I'll set up my thing. Maybe throw a couple of their rocks into the lake. How does that sound? It's always amazing to compare, like, what doesn't work. That looks flattish. There you go. Oh, these people do not take care of their, shall we say, wiggle room. Really? Is this where we are? Oh, it's this. Then we need more of this. Oh, that's just so annoying. Nobody should pretend to make something that stands and then make it as stand stillless as that. Holy shit. Alright. I would like to just admonish whoever made this particular monument that you really have to try a little harder. Making something that wiggles is just, no one's going to want to sit on that. I suppose it's not as much as criticism as just a sort of observation. H2O, very important. Location 4, which isn't always deserted, but usually deserted. What is it, Thursday? It's 9/11. It's 9/11. So everybody feels they've got to do something to break out of something. And Charlie Kirk getting assassinated yesterday, that is not acceptable behavior on anyone's behalf. No matter how illiterate, stupid, whatever opinion you hold about some ideological section of the population, there is no situation in which it is okay to kill a father in front of his son, or anything close to it. So, whoever pulls the trigger, and they know that they did, they have condemned themselves to a lifetime of suffering and guilt, which they have earned. We may have all done things to earn that feeling, but if he happens to survive the next few days, how about the years of hating yourself after that? Did you do it for money? Did you do it for ideology? I'm not sure that... I've written the words "fuck this one" on that, so I'm not gonna bother. What we got there? Stringy ones. That's an unbalanced stringy one. Perfect stringy one. We're all friends here. Yeah, where's the piece that's too short? That one. So it's always the... Yeah. squeezy enough to figure it. Yeah, there you go. More. Ooh, my neck's a wee bit sore. It's like a physics poetry. Okay, what else we got here? There's one. How about we just automatically shorten that? Yeah, alright. Okay. Seeing as there's no one here, we'll take it a little bit, make it casual Friday here, even though it's Thursday. Alright, we all good? Casual Thursday, we've agreed? I love all my fellow humans. I really don't understand how there are people who aren't like that, but a little bit of effort in their direction, I swear to that. Maybe there's something, one specific thing that sort of person is missing. You haven't figured it out. All you need to do is ask. Come forward and get your $50 prize for being a pre-murderous bastard, and we'll give you a free holiday in the Bahamas. We promise. Unfortunately, they expect you to turn yourself in for the sake of good manners. Warm up. I'm enjoying the fact that there's no one here, and there's no way there's anyone else. There is no road that comes to this place. There is a path. I could walk here, and when my bikes get stolen, I'll walk home. There you go. I didn't even try. The joints are a wee bit stiff to try. What's that? Smoke some dope and you'll feel better? I don't know, that doesn't sound very responsible. There's a bird speaking English somewhere. Alright, what do we got here? Oh. Paying a little more attention. This is the one that didn't line up. These aren't too far away. Snowboarders are too far away. Made him turn around. Alright. I am familiar with this one. This is a particularly long one, which I think is kind of funny. So maybe we'll try that. Everybody on board? Feeling good? Oh! There's an actual guy in a merp merp merp. Merp 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 merp. I don't think we can hit him either. How hard you try. That's the same boat the old man had. this one's any good. Hasn't got the food. Yeah, miles short of those things. I wouldn't dream of doing things with them unless they were on a jet ski. And then I'd be aiming at them completely on accident. I never aim at you to be. I'm sure they noticed that I'm not shooting. Alright, fuck that one. The canvas bag is good for wee stones and spoons. I wholesale erased so much fucking footage. Like, oh, there was a moment when I was under the impression that stuff you recorded on your camera had value for nostalgia or whatever, but really the longer a view you take of things, the less useful nostalgia becomes. Sure, I don't have to explain that in depth to anyone with a brain. I sure got this one to myself. There's no one listening. There are no cameras out here. My ears don't have the chirp of the internet in. And suck my ass. In case you weren't sucking my ass already, go ahead. Cool. The Romans must have had a ball. I'm gonna take off my clothes. My pants are falling off anyway, so I should take off my clothes. Flipping rocks to lake gods. I think once you get warmed up a bit, what I was experiencing last night when I was trying to make shots, I couldn't see what I was doing at all. So I started focusing on form rather than targeting or distance. And the pitch. Save your arm. I'm not sure that was a good example. I am positive that this one sucks the bag though. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, what are you dancing? Oh, Jesus. Thank Jesus for peace and quiet. You know what I mean? Anyone who wants to come and get some peace and quiet, I'll show you where this spot is. You just have to come and knock on my door. Oops. And then we'll go and check it out. I'll need to double you on my electric bike. Email me if you want a piece roll. You gotta microwave until the glue comes out. The tone of being north of this park, it's hard to imagine. Like Toronto? I mean, I literally have lived in the same neighborhood in Toronto for my entire life. You can quibble over boundaries and points or whatever, but I've lived in the same neighborhood my entire life. And I tell you, I'm not sure what to think. Like, there was 70s optimism, and new Canadians, new businesses, and with the advent of the dollar store, I realized there was no demand for locally made small items like dishcloths, for instance. I always use dishcloths as the example, but unless you have a Canadian factory making dishcloths for $3.99 each, so that the people who make dishcloths can afford to go home and buy dishcloths for their kids, you got to import dishcloths that cost 5 cents to make, mark them up 95 cents for the shipping, and burn all that fuel to get them here, and support some guy making 3 cents an hour offshore. Like, that's something that has always been obvious. The dollar store was an obvious. I'm not sure what particularly it was obvious, except that locally made washcloths weren't an option anymore. If you don't pay at least $2 for a washcloth, then you're definitely taking advantage of someone. Which means that you should, have a good look at stuff. Use your brain when you're deciding. And believe me, there's people with no brains who are conservatives, and people with no brains who are liberals. And you can't just issue everyone a brain, unfortunately. They kind of do that in the army, but strictly speaking, it doesn't play out. Oh, I'm gonna what? There we go. Somebody, I won't say who, but somebody is so fucking inept. I attempted to use the R word, but something is so inept that they've made it a bench that won't sit still. And I don't want to disrespect my bench, but it's just unacceptable. Oh, what? Okay. I'm going to disrupt the tube. Oh. Oh, there you go. No. Fell down. Let's see if we can put it back up a little smaller. Should be alright. It could have been a woman who broke it. You kept mistaking 6 inches for 8 feet. A lot of women don't have a clue. Gee, Olive. What do you think? Was not outright dangerous. I'm still erect. Well, semi-erect. The burden of fucking no ass. The no ass burden. call it. Vitamin D on the scalp. Oh, this is the new 5-strand. We should see. How we do with that. Are you ready? We're gonna stop and start again. So